Greetings, space explorers, and welcome back to the Nth Dimension, your portal to the hidden depths of EVE Online. I'm Nth, and today we're embarking on a thrilling journey to uncover the clandestine features lurking beneath the surface of New Eden. From secret shortcuts to game-changing mechanics, we're about to reveal the hidden gems that will elevate your gameplay to new heights. This is episode 5 of Hidden Features of EVE Online. Prepare to be amazed. For our first tip today, we're going to be talking about inventory filters. That's right. You probably didn't know that these existed, but they can be quite handy. So here we have an inventory. It's got a bunch of random boxes in it, right? It's got a bunch of some ammo, some deployables, some mods, but we want to sort this a little bit better. And what better way to do than with my filters, inventory filters. So if you click the little plus mark here, you can create filters. There's a bunch of different items here, like if it's an assembled item or a like a stacked ship, that might be a good example. You can sort by CPU usage, you can sort by groups, its meta level, a lot of different things you can sort by. It's up to you to decide what is important to you. So some examples I have for you here today is that my filter is going to be like abyssal loot. This is going to be if it has all these different things that might be abyssal loot. This is actually a very intense one. I think I got that from someone else. But when we click it, we can see that we don't have any abyssal loot in this inventory location. But if we go to my item hanger and then click abyssal loot, we can now see all the stuff that we might get in abyssals. And if this was an inventory hanger that I just threw all my abyssal loot into and then I wanted to remove it later, I might be wanting to use this filter. We can sort by ammunition, we can sort by boosters, easily find things that are what our filters are. Kind of very importantly, one of my favorite filters is the no boxes filter. So we click this, and these boxes that are always plaguing the top of your inventory, they just don't show up anymore. Super awesome, right? So if we look into this, we go edit. This is just a group filter, and it says is not a celestial. And yeah, just I have a valuables item one. If we look into this, you can see if it has an estimated unit price of greater than 500,000, I've decided that that is a valuable item, and I might want to maybe just trash or salvage all of my unvaluable items. So, you know, lots of different uses for how to use these filters. They really are nice if you use them a lot and get used to it, so get to it. All right, let's go ahead and go on to number 2. So this next tip involves C13 wormholes. If you don't know what a C13 wormhole is, I'll give you a little primer here. It's a special kind of wormhole. There are 25 of them. Only frigs and destroyers can get inside them, and they have C1, 2, and 3 sites that can spawn in them, and they have a C6 Wolf Riot effect, which means small armor ships are good in them. They can be useful to farm, but the trick is that you want to find a C13 that has C3 combat sites in them, because those are going to be the most lucrative for your time spent. So, how do we do that? Well, there's a simple little trick to figure that out. We have a Noix here, the website, and we are looking at the C13 wormholes here. And you can see that they are split up into 3 different constellations, the 00331, 332, and 333. So the C3 sites are only going to be spawning in this 333 constellation for sure. Everything in this 332 will just be C1 and C2 sites. And then I've been led to believe that the 331 also has C3 sites in it. Don't quote me, but go check it out for yourselves and see if it's right. But now the question is, how can we easily find the constellation of a wormhole that we're in? Well, there's a really simple, easy way to do that. Say you're in a wormhole. All you gotta do is click on the solar system, and it will bring you up its show info link. And here it has the region and the constellation. This constellation will say 00333. And you know you're in good shape, or alternatively, if it doesn't, you know, womp womp. Oh well. But before we dive further into the unknown, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our explorations through the cosmos. Leave a comment with your favorite tip to help our analytics, and make sure to share the video with all your friends. Now, without further ado, let's set our course for adventure and uncover some more mysteries that await us in the shadows of EVE Online. Onward to number 3. So number 3 is a tip about bookmarking and pinging and tacticals, all those kind of buzzwords. And what is it? Well, I'm here to tell you that you can use your probes as a nifty little pinging machine. So here we've set our probes out, and then what we're going to do is bring up our solar system map so it's easier to visualize. We're going to launch the pinpoint formation, and then we're going to center current formation on your ship, and then we want to kind of center our screen here. We want to zoom way far in, and then we're going to hold down Control and scroll down. This brings all the probes closer to us, and then we are going to move just a few pixels this box, and depending on which way you move it, these probes will go in different directions. So we're going to try and go forward with our probes. So we're going to just move it up, maybe 2 pixels or something. Go ahead and hit Analyze. And then if we did it right, looks like we did, we can see all of our scanner probes are now about 8,000 to 9,000 kilometers away. So we can go ahead and click on it and see where they are. All right, so they're all the way out there, pretty much straight in front of us. Now, how do we warp to them? We can't just like right click. We can approach, keep it ranged, but we can't warp to them. There's one more little thing we have to do, and that is you just save it as a bookmark. You can save, you can click on probes and then save its location. And once we do that, we can just warp to the bookmark, and easy peasy. We have made a very easy on-grid tactical. So yeah, you can keep doing this, set up a bunch of different tacticals. You can control it as you want, and yeah, it can be super helpful for you. Hopefully you find some good uses for this and make some enemies and destroy the enemy and all that good stuff with great knowledge. Comes number 4. So here we got a quick little tip that if you don't know it, you should know it, because it can be real helpful. So we are in possibly enemy territory, and we want to know about like how many enemies we might expect to see. So if we click on a player-owned structure, has to be player-owned, like a Fortizar here, you will see a bunch of information about it. And very interestingly, you can see this number in this brackets, this 1. What does this 1 possibly mean? Well, keep looking at it while we undock this other character. So right now it's 1, and then we're going to undock. We have another character coming out of the spaceship, and then it updates to 0. That's right, this little number means how many players are inside that structure. There you go. I know, right? So yeah, now you know and can use that information to help all of your various exploits. Onward to number 5. And this last one is going to be an interesting one. Maybe it'll find use, maybe it won't, but we're going to show it to you anyways. So if you go to your map, and it actually has to be the new map for this, which you can find in gameplay. So if we don't use the classic star map, and then we go to it, you can do a very interesting thing, which is you can actually bookmark systems, and it will show as a bookmark on your map. So if you have something interesting that you think is in the world, you can put a little bookmark in there, and whenever you're looking at your New Eden map, you can see it. So for instance, if we maybe search up, I don't know, MJ Jack 5 F9, and then save this location, we can see that this is right here. Now, why did I choose this? Well, I'll tell you why I chose it. Because it's a staging system for a certain nullsec alliance. So if you want to know all of the other nullsec alliances, you can also use this handy dandy. I find this one to be the most useful. If you sort by industry and then jobs started in the last 24 hours, And this looks better on the old map. So if we use classic star map, then we can kind of see these places. MJ tack, 4 tack HW, 2R tack CRW, B170, good old 1DQ, and those are kind of the main ones right now. So if you are looking for maybe a staging system to hunt or run away from, that's an easy way to find it. And once you know what they are, you can bookmark them on your new map, and then you will always have a little visual reference if you're just flying around in space, not worrying too much about where you should or shouldn't go. You can easily see, and that's one use case for it. You can probably find other use cases for it. Maybe if you live in an area of space and you're always forgetting where like some certain structure is, or where you're supposed to rat or where you're not supposed to rat. Yeah, you can just bookmark the actual solar system. You can name your bookmarks whatever you want, and it's a nice little helpful tool that adds to your toolbox of playing EVE Online.